Okay, welcome to the G3 Hifz class. Okay, sorry about that. There was a technical problem here. Okay, so can I request the support teacher to please unmute a student to recite the prayer?
Our first student today is NG3114.
Jazakallah. NG3114. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Jazakallah. So you can recite the starting prayer for today then.
Rabbi shrah li.
Okay, well done. But let's start with Dawaz and Tasmiyah.
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri. Lord, expand my mind and make my task easy for me.
Okay, Jazakallah. Well done. It's just on this part here, the ha sound wasn't quite prominent, so make sure that you make each letter very prominent in your recitation. So it would have been Auzubillah minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Rabbi shrah li sadri. Okay, Jazakallah. Okay, let's move on with the class then.
Thank you.
Jazakallah. Okay, so before we start our class, please be reminded that you have to follow certain etiquettes. Make sure that before the class you have performed wuzu and that you are wearing clean clothes. It's also very important that your head is covered throughout the class and that you sit with an adult so they can assist and monitor you and your progress. Please also double check that you're logged in with your correct IDs. If not, please rename yourself very quickly so that you can participate in the class. Jazakumullah. So, in today's class, we will recap Noon Ghunna and Mim Ghunna. Ghunna means a sustained or prolonged nasal sound, which is emitted when the letter Mim or the letter Noon carries the sign of the Tashdid, the shadda, basically. In this case, these letters will be called Mim Ghunna and Noon Ghunna, or also Mim Mushaddad and Noon Mushaddad. The nasal sound for Mim Ghunna and Noon Ghunna should then be prolonged for 2 seconds or 2 counts. So let's practice with these examples. Could the support teacher please unmute a student?
Yes. AG3030.
Jazakallah. AG3030. Assalamu alaikum. AG3030.
Hello.
Yes, hello. Can you come closer to the mic? I can barely hear you. Assalamu alaikum.
I think I can choose another
yes,
one.
Yes.
Okay. Next is AG3062.
AG3062. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Jazakallah. So, could you recite the first box for now?
Wa minan nasi.
Yeah, let's start with Dawaz and Tasmiyah. All those just examples, it's just phrases, but let's start with Dawaz and Tasmiyah.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa minan nasi amanna.
Good. So what did you do on the Nun Mushaddad?
I
So when you're reciting, you've recited well, I can recite it out again. So it will be Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa minan nasi. So what did I do then on the Nun Mushaddad, on the Nun Ghunna? What do we have to do?
You counted it for 2 seconds.
2 seconds, nasal sound. Yes, so you have to pause on the Nun Mushaddad or the Nun Ghunna and give the nasal sound for 2 seconds. That's right. And similarly on this one here as well. Well done. Good. Jazakallah. Could I request another student now, please?
Yes. Our next student, AG3043.
AG3043. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Good, how are you?
And I'm good too. Can you recite the second box, please?
Okay. Sarina fasada hamalah lah
Ta here, ta la tel hatab. Yeah, that's a ta. Yeah, okay, good. So let me do this example for you and you can recite later after me then. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sharrin nafathat.
Sarina fasad.
Okay. Sharrin nafasat. So what you have to do is prolong the Nun Mushaddad here, the Nun Ghunna. You have to keep the sound of the Nun for 2 seconds in your mouth and then let go of it. So the nasal sound that you have, you need to keep it for 2 seconds. Yeah, prolong it for 2 seconds. And then also what we have is 2 vertical fathas on fa, fa, yeah. So you have to prolong them for 2 seconds as well, actually, on this one. But keep in mind that the rule that we are learning or recapping today is to prolonging the nasal sound for 2 seconds. Okay? Right, so you try on this one because we've got the same rule applied to the Mim Mushaddad, which is just here. So what you need to do is keep the nasal sound in your mouth for 2 seconds on the Mim Ghunna as well. So it will be Hammalat al-Hatab. Hatab. Good, and we've got Golgol at the end here as well. Good. So Mim Mushaddad and Nun Mushaddad we have. Jazakallah. Could I request another student now, please?
AG3118.
AG3118. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Could you please recite the bottom box here, the first bottom box?
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-Khanasi minal jinnati.
Good, well done. So if you were to continue, you would do min al-jinnati. But if you were to pause, it would just be min al-jinnah. Yeah, good, well done, brilliant. So what we have to do again is to pause and give 2 seconds on the noon ghunna. Can you try the first phrase again? The second one was brilliant. You can try the first one again.
Al-Khannasi.
Good, brilliant. It will be al-khannasi.
Al-Khannasi.
Khann. Try khann.
Khann.
And then just 1 second fatha. So it will be al-khannasi. Very quickly.
Al-Khannasi.
And then because we've got madda then here, because we've got alif and we've got preceding a fatha, so it will be al-khannasi.
Al-Khannasi.
Brilliant, good. So that's brilliant, Jazakallah. Could I request another student now, please?
Our next student, AG3 118.
Jazakallah. AG3118.
I just had a go.
We just had the student actually.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
AG3 113.
Okay, Jazakallah. AG3113. Assalamu alaikum. AG3113. Assalamu alaikum. There you are. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, good. Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Okay, could you recite the last box, please? Bear in mind, what do you have to do on the mim ghunna and nun ghunna? Can you tell me?
Yeah.
What do you need to do?
Nasal sound.
Nasal sound for how many seconds?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well done. So let's practice that on these 2 phrases then in the last box.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Oh, right. Do I have to go?
Sorry?
Should I start with A'udhu billah? Or
Of course, yes. Well done. Brilliant. Yes.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. وَمَا رَزَقْنَاهُ هُمُ إِنَّا شَاذِعَاكَ.
Okay. We've got memes. I know it's the typo, so it's the front basically a bit. It's وَمَا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ وَمَا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ.
وَمَا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ.
Good. And inna shani'aka.
Inna shani'aka.
Inna.
Inna shani'aka.
Good, well done. So what you have to do, all of you, is that you have to pause for 2 seconds on noon mushaddad and also on the mim mushaddad. We've got the mim mushaddad here, but all the other places as well. Wherever you get noon mushaddad and mim mushaddad, or noon ghunna and mim ghunna, you have to pause for 2 seconds and give a nasal sound. You have to prolong a nasal sound in your mouth as well. So it will be inna shani'aka.
Okay.
Jazakallah, well done. So now we'll learn verses 9 to 10 of Surah Al-Baqarah. We'll listen to the recitation of these verses, and I want you all to listen very carefully and repeat them after the recitation of each verses. And you can practice and improve that way as well. Let me just quickly open the audio. Just bear with me a moment.
وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَن يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ وَمَا هُم بِمُؤْمِنِينَ
ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين
يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون
يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Okay, so now let's practice to recite these verses. Over here. Can I please request the support teacher to unmute a student?
AG3099.
AG3099. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too. So, would you like to recite these verses then? You can start with that was on the screen.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Brilliant, well done, Jazakallah. Okay, it's just a tiny bit more prolonging on this one. How many seconds would that be? This month?
3 to 5 seconds.
Yes, about 4 to 5. Yeah, so let's practice doing this one. You can start from وَمَا يَخْدَعُونَ.
وما يخدعون إلا
Continue.
أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Brilliant, well done, Jazakallah. Okay, can we have another student now, please?
Yes. Next student. AG3060.
Jazakallah. AG3060. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamualaikum.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good too. So, would you like to recite these verses as well?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Brilliant, well done. Very beautiful recitation, mashallah. Okay, so let's have a look at this bit here. Actually, all your non-mushaddats were brilliant. They were all fine. But the only thing here is the lamul jalala. What do you have to do on this bit?
I think Stretch.
Not stretch, but you have to pronounce that with a fuller mouth. So you round it off a bit because this is the Lam al-Jalala, because it's preceded by a fatha. And whenever we have a fatha before the Lam al-Jalala, you would pronounce it as Allah. Yeah.
Okay.
So this will be yukhadi'un Allah. Try this one again.
يخادعون الله.
Yeah, continue the whole phrase here.
Okay. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا.
Brilliant. Well done. Good. Okay, Jazakallah. Can we now
Can my sister please read?
Would you like to read? Okay. Is she on the mic? Assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
Could you please give us your ID? Walaikum salam. Do you know your ID?
Yes, NG 3117.
3117?
Yes.
Okay, off you go. You recite as well then.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay, I'll just stop you here. I'll just stop you here because it's not da. This is a do. Yeah, we've got a do. This is do. Try again.
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Good.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Okay, Jazakallah. So what you have to do is today's rule that we were revising is a noon mushaddad, that we've got that one here. So it would have been amanna billahi. Yeah? So 2 seconds nasal sound, and then again here, as I told your brother, it's the yukhadi'un Allah. You have to round a bit on your fatha here because it's lam al-jalala. And then here you have the Mad Saghira, which is to be prolonged for 4 to 5 seconds. And here you have to hide the noon sound because it's followed by a fa. So anfusahum, not anfusahum. Do you want to try the last part here again, bearing in mind that you have to prolong and also hide the noon sound? Yeah.
Yes. وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون.
Yeah, much better on the hiding of the noon sound here. However, you need to still prolong for 4 to 5 seconds. It will be إلا أنفسهم. Okay, that's all right. So you can practice at home. That's just the new verses for today. You can still practice. Jazakallah. All right, so now let's listen to your homework. I hope you've memorized all the surahs or chapters from previous lessons. But if you receive an invite for the breakout room now, please accept it and click on join. Jazakumullah. Okay, so could I please request a support teacher to unmute a student, please?
Yes. AG 3094.
Jazakallah. AG 3094. Assalamu alaikum. AG3094, Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. So could you please recite Surah An-Nas?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay, but just before you start, just before you continue on the surah, can you please make sure that you don't have a nasal sound here? We don't have any noon mushadda, nothing for noon sound. It's just the straight ni, nir. But we don't have a nasal sound here between the ta and the noon. So it will be أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Ta. Try again.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Okay, better. You can start then your Surah Nas.
قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس.
Jazakallah, brilliant, well done. Let me just share the surah. There weren't any mistakes. However, I want to say that you have prolonged the noon mushaddat really beautifully. Well done. So you're done with today's rule actually. Brilliant. Well done. Proud of you. Jazakallah. Okay. So could we now have the next student, please?
Yes. Next student. NG3033.
Jazakallah. NG3033. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Good, good. Well done. So can you please recite Surah Al-Falaq?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر الغاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد.
Good, well done. Let's just go to the surah and check a few things. Now, I don't know why, but I think this phrase is a very common phrase where you all drop down a bit, but I want you to recite this off the screen again. Could you please recite this verse, verse 5, and make sure that you have your noon mushaddat, the noon ghunnah here. Also, you have 2 seconds prolonging on the vertical fathahs.
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد.
Yes, so make sure that you have 2 seconds on the nasal sound, 2 seconds on the vertical fatha, again 2 seconds on the vertical fatha. So I'll recite verse 5 for now, and then you can recite it after me again. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. وَمِن شَرِّ النَّفَّاثَاتِ فِي الْعُقَدِ. Try again.
ومن شر النفاثات في العقد.
Yeah, it's coming. It's a tricky place here because we've got mushaddat noon and we've got mushaddat fi as well here. So yeah, I know. But make sure that we do connect them as well and give 2 seconds prolonging. Practice and you'll be there. Right, Jazakallah.
Jazakallah khairan.
Jazakallah. Could we now please have the next student?
Yes. AG AG3003.
Assalamu alaikum, AG3003.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Could you please recite Surah Al-Lahab?
Yeah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد.
Okay, well done. Let's have a look at the surah and let's go through a few things. Now, at the end, which rule do we have to apply? What do you think? What's the rule, Paul, that we have to do at the end of each verse here?
Kalkala.
Qalqala, brilliant. So let's try this one with Qalqala again, because I couldn't hear any Qalqala before.
Fourth one?
No, from the beginning of the surah.
Bismillah. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab.
Okay, stop there for now. So I'll recite it for you because it's at the end. It has to be more prominent, the Qalqala, yeah? It's not in the middle of the verse. So because it's at the end, and this one's also with shadda, so this one will be much stronger than compared to the other ones, for example. But let's do that one. So Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab. Tab. So keep the ba in your mouth and then just let loose of it. That will be a Qalqala. Tab. Okay, try again.
Tabbat yada abi lahabin wa tab.
Brilliant. So you can continue with the surah and bear in mind all the Qalqalas here.
Ma aghna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab sayasla naran zata lahabin.
Yeah, you can continue. In that case, you wouldn't do the Qalqala. You can continue up to here. That's fine. Join it.
Lahabin wa amra'tuhu hammalatal hatab fi jidiha hablum min masad. Sad.
Good. So during your recitation, when you will be doing it, it will be much prominent. So it will be fi jidiha hablum min masad. Try again the last verse.
Fi jidiha hablum min masad.
Yes, well done. So be confident in your Qalqala. It will come, and practice a lot with the Qalqala. Brilliant. Jazakallah. Okay, so let's have the next student, please. Yeah.
AG3035.
Jazakallah. AG3035. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Could you please recite Surah Al-Ikhlas?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
Okay, well done. Let's have a look at the surah. So again, what do we have at the end? What do you call that rule?
Qalqala.
Qalqala, brilliant. So let's do that with Qalqala. Also, I think you've made the lam here a thick Lam, but it's not thick because it's not Lam al-Jalala. It's only in the name of Allah here. You've done that brilliantly, that's all fine, but I think you've made this one thick as well. Don't make this one thick, it's just a straight Lam, yeah? Yakullahu, yeah? So don't make this one thick.
Can my sister have a go?
Yeah, sure, she will have a 10, but before she has, I want you to recite the surah again.
Okay. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد.
Okay, stop there. Again, you're missing out the qalqala on this one. لم يلد.
لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن الله كفوا أحد.
Okay, Jazakallah. So it's basically with the qalqala that you also have to practice. Practice a lot with this qalqala, and also if you practice Surah Lahab, we've got loads of qalqala again at the end of the verses. So these two surahs just now in front of us here, they will be great practice for you to revise qalqala and practice it. Yeah, Jazakallah. Okay, could I please request the support teacher to unmute a student? Yeah, we'll call her. That's fine. Jazakallah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I don't have your ID, so I would need it. If the support teacher could provide it with
NG3079.
NG3079. Brilliant. Jazakallah. Okay, so I would like you to recite Surah An-Nasr.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح أرأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah, mashallah, well done. Just stay there for a moment because we'll be going through the surah. Oops, I need to scroll up, not down. Okay, so there we are then. You've recited really well, and I could hear that you did prolong on the Nun Hunna as we've learned today. That was beautiful, well done. It's just on, hold on, where was it? Yeah, can you just recite the first line here, however, that's the second verse, bearing in mind this part, so you can recite again.
إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح.
Brilliant, that's good. Also just prolong it a tiny bit more because it's Madh Kabira and that should be prolonged up to 6. Yes. Beautiful, well done, Jazakallah. Okay, that was nice recitation, mashallah. So you can keep practicing and you will be having even more beautiful recitations, inshallah. And then what you can do is recite this one just from the screen again.
Okay. فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر.
Brilliant. Very good. Yeah, you can finish off if you like.
إنه كان توابا.
Jazakallah, Jazakallah, well done. Okay, so we now have the next student, please.
AG3024.
Jazakallah, AG3024, Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Could you please recite Surah Al-Ghafirun?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. La a'budu ma ta'budun. Wala antum 'abiduna ma a'bud. Wala ana 'abidum ma 'abadtum. Wala antum 'abiduna ma a'bud. Lakum dinukum waliyadin.
Jazakallah. Well done. Let's have a look at the surah. Yeah. Okay. Can you please recite, just as an example, this verse 4, please?
Wala antum 'abiduna ma 'abud.
Okay, so well done. We've got few prolongings here. That's why I've taken this one, because what we have to do is prolong for how many seconds on the Madh Saghira? Oops, not the whole thing, just this.
3 to 5 seconds, I think.
Yeah, 4 to 5, yeah, roughly. So up to 5 seconds, yeah, depending on your recitation, how you recite, but it should be different to the vertical fatha here, yeah. So I want to highlight only this, but it's not letting me just highlight the vertical fatha. How long do you prolong vertical fatha for?
Was it 2 seconds?
Yeah, well done. So just 2 seconds on this one, please, and up to 5 seconds on the Madh Saghira. Now this surah is a brilliant example for practicing prolonging, because you've got loads of vertical fathas, and also yeah, actually all of them, they do have Madh Saghira in them. So let's practice that from the screen again, giving up to 5 seconds on the Madh Saghira. We've got loads of them here. Actually, I can highlight all of them, but let's see whether you can spot them during your recitation, and prolonging only 2 seconds on the vertical fatha. Okay?
Okay.
Try again.
Qul ya ayyuhal kafirun. La a'budu ma ta'budun. Wala antum 'abiduna ma a'bud. Wala ana 'abidum ma 'abadtum. Wala antum 'abiduna ma a'bud. Lakum dinukum waliyadin.
MashaAllah, well done. There you go. You can do it. It's just that on this one here, you got let loose a bit, but it's just for up to 5 seconds as well. Otherwise, it was brilliant, MashaAllah. So there you go. You see that you can recite it and give according prolongations as well. Brilliant. It's just that if you don't prolong it accordingly or appropriately, then the meaning can change, yeah? And we don't want to do this, obviously. So make sure that you practice again on the prolongations on Madh Saghira, Madh Kabira as well, maybe, and the vertical fathas, yeah? Otherwise, really good. Well done. Jazakallah.
Jazakallah.
Okay, can we now have the next student, please?
AG3042.
Jazakallah. AG3042, Assalamu alaikum. AG3042.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Jazakallah. Could you please recite Surah Al-Qasr?
Yes. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر.
Okay, brilliant. Let's just go to the surah. Okay, there we go. Right. Again, we have to prolong. We've got 2 seconds nasal sound, as we just revised today on the Nun Mushaddid, or the Nun Ghunna. And then we also have the Nun Ghunna here. And what you did here is you prolonged it for 2 seconds, but we don't have a vertical fatha. It's just a 1 second fatha here. Yeah. So let's try doing this one again. So you have to prolong for 2 seconds on the nasal sound, but then also prolong the fatha sound with the mad saghira, because the mad saghira is on the alif here. However, it will be the fatha that will be prolonged. So it will be, I'll recite it out first, just the first bit, and then you can continue with the noon mushaddad on the last verse again as well. So it will be A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar. Try it. NG3042, are you still there?
Yes.
Yeah. Would you like to recite the second verse, please?
Inna a'tainakal kawthar.
Brilliant. And the last verse again as well.
Inna shaniyaka huwal abtar.
And what do we have here?
It's kalkala.
Exactly. So let's start the last verse again.
Inna shaniyaka huwal abtar.
There. Yeah. Good. Well done. So what you can do is practice on your noon or gunna, and you're prolonging on mad saghira, and having good just 1 second on the fatha, and qalqala you can practice as well. Yeah. Jazakallah. Okay, can we have our next student, please?
NG3025.
Jazakallah. NG3025, Assalamu alaikum. NG3025. Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, I think I can choose another.
Yes, please.
AG3007.
Jazakallah. NG3037. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam.
Okay. So could you please recite Surah Al-Ma'un?
Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين وذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون.
Brilliant, mashallah, very beautiful, well done. So let's have a look on the surah. Let me just scroll up, and there we go. Can you just recite this verse again, please? Verse 4.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين.
That's right. So here you're giving a alif or hamza sound, but that's an ayn, so it has to come from the throat. Wala, yeah. Let's try this one again with the ayn sound.
على طعام المسكين.
Yeah. So could you recite the verse again? And we've got ayn here and ayn there as well. Yeah, brilliant. So from the beginning of the verse, wala
ولا يحض على
You can recite from the screen. I've got it on the screen. You can look at that.
ولا يخز على طعام المسكين.
Okay, brilliant. It's coming. I can hear it's coming. Well done. So you can practice on distinguishing sounds between alif and ayn because they are different sounding letters. Good. Well done, Jazakallah. Otherwise, really beautiful, mashallah. Well done. Jazakallah. Okay, so now okay, sorry. So now let's note down some homework. Go there to your homework screen. There you go. Please note it down. For next class, you have to memorize Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 9 and 10, so today's verses, and also revise chapter 1, which is Surah Al-Fatiha, chapters 105 to 114, which are all chapters between and including Surah Al-Fil and Surah An-Nas, and also verses 1 to 8 of Surah Al-Baqarah. Now, to recap today's lesson, we learned verses 9 and 10 of Surah Al-Baqarah, which has a total of 287 verses. The surah was revealed in Medina, and as we learned in our previous lessons, Al-Baqarah means the cow. We also revised the ghunna or nasalization rule today, which is applied on nun mushaddad and mim mushaddad for 2 seconds. So now let's end our class with the ending prayer. Could I please request the support teacher to unmute a student and recite this one?
NG3039.
NG3039, Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good too. Could you please recite the ending prayer?
Hello.
Yeah, you can start with Thousand Tasmiyah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة. O Allah, have mercy on me through the great Quran and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance and the mercy.
Jazakallah, well done. So, Jazakumullah to all students for joining this class today. Mashallah, you all did really well. Keep revising and you'll be fine. Jazakumullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.